Laura with Listening with Love Tarot, and I'm here to do a Capricorn new moon in Aries reading. And first we're gonna make the bowl sing, call on spirit for our highest and best messages, highest, best, and clearest messages for our Capricorn family. I don't normally wait for the bowl to stop singing because I'm impatient, and I felt the need to do that. And so I think maybe Capricorn, it's important that right now that you do take the time to let things get quiet. Enjoy the beauty of the silence I'm hearing. So what I'm doing right now, I have this Wild Unknown Archetype deck by Kim Kranz, and Aries is the start of the astrological new year. We're in the Aries season. We have this new moon in Aries on April 1st. These readings are for. But because it's the start of this new astrological year, I'm also pulling this archetype card that will be the overarching theme of what you're working on for this upcoming astrological year. So, and these I read straight from the book because they are not oracle cards. The messages need to be read in their fullness. Woo! So, Capricorn, you have the underworld. Page 159. Okay, the underworld. This is no time to mince words. The archetypical territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm, which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. Traversing it forces us to bow humbly to the greater forces that be, while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. Take solace that the underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. And as I remember from your spring equinox reading, you were dealing with some pretty dark things, Capricorn. And I feel like this is a year for you of deep transformation. I think that the last couple of years have had you sort of denying the need for this call that you felt to really examine what was going on with you. You didn't feel like you could do it amidst everything that was going on in the world. It just seemed like too much. And now the underworld is knocking on your door and is saying, hey, we've given you this time out. It's really time for you to address some of these things and take a little field trip, if you will. Kind of examine some of these repeat patterns that you have that you recognize need to be broken down and really looked at in a more microscopic fashion is what I'm feeling. And so that should be your focus for the year, Capricorn. It's being gentle with yourself. We had the Ace of Wands wanting to pop out, so we're going to just let that pop out. And then the cards that I'm shuffling now and pulling are going to be for this next the couple weeks between the new moon in Aries and the full moon in April. So we have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Swords, the High Priestess, the Fool, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Wow, lots of juxtaposition. And the Five of Swords in reverse is what I'm getting. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. So yeah, there's definitely a need for clarity, balance for you. And this Ace of Wands paired with the underworld theme, I feel like what it's trying to say is to kind of shed some light on this darkness for you and say, if you embark upon this journey, if you do it with an open heart, passionately, with the understanding that you can come out on the other side a clearer picture of yourself, that you'll feel better about the time that you invest in the next 12 months is what I'm getting from that Ace of Wands card. So now we're going to clarify these cards with the Rider-Waite and see what kind of story we can tell for the next 2 weeks that might help you. These cards don't want to be shuffled. So I feel like you are in a period where you want to rest and you don't really want to shake things up. It's that self-protective energy of the Seven of Wands. But you do have a new beginning. So we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands covered by the Ace of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords and the Page of Swords. We have the Death card and the High Priestess. We have the Eight of Swords with the Fool, and it's in a mirror of this book ending. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Moon, and we have the Eight of Swords and the Three of Cups. We have the Three of Swords and this Ace of Wands, and this is, yeah, we've got some messages here. And then we have the Ace of Cups covered by the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Swords in reverse covered by the Three of Pentacles. So, Capricorn, you recognize the truth of needing to be, you recognize the truth of needing to be a little bit more self-protective. You know how I talked about the fact that you didn't feel like in the last couple of years you've been able to face these things, and that was the correct decision. That your timing is impeccable. It may not have felt good, but it was the right thing to do, to sort of put this underworld exploration field trip on the back burner. So good job. And Page of Swords. Page of Swords ordinarily is about revealing truths, looking for truths, can be stalking if it's in a negative energy, but keeping an eye on things to find out information. In this deck, I've been really called in these readings to, when it's popped up for others, to recognize that these are light bulbs. And so I feel like you were afraid of new ideas in the past, and you were afraid of communications that you received from others about different things that you might be able to do. It kept you up all night worrying about these suggestions that they had for you, because what I'm hearing is you didn't feel like you had the strength to embark upon these things that were being suggested to you, even though in your heart of hearts and in your intuition, we have the High Priestess and the Death card, even though you knew that that when you take this journey, not if, when you take this journey, you are going to be transformed. And you definitely needed to not embark upon it until now. So don't question your timing. Don't feel regretful. Now is the time. And you have this Fool card, which is the precipice of new beginnings, right? She hasn't leapt off. She has the faith to take the leap, but she has not yet taken the leap. And that is the energy that you're moving out of and or have been in recently. You've been ready to take the leap, but you do still have, or did still have, these fears that are all in your mind. And so it's really okay for you to let go of these fears and embrace this new beginning. And I understand why you're reluctant, because you have the moon covering this Eight of Pentacles. You're afraid of what you're going to unveil. You're afraid of the darkness that you're going to see. But guess what? We all have darkness, and we all need to integrate the light and the dark within us to become that conscious, balanced aspect of ourselves that helps us be interdependent and helps us learn to set healthy boundaries and love ourselves and all of the things that we came here to learn. So don't be afraid to put in the work. Don't be afraid to make the magic happen. Eights are about infinity, and you have infinite possibilities, and you are going to have things revealed to you about that. And so it's really important. This Eight of Swords that keeps popping up, it's clarified here by the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is a third party energy. It's a celebration energy. It's a reunion energy. And how do I word this? Poor Capricorn. So you need to look at your fears as something to celebrate, because they show you which direction you need to go. I was so struggling, and then it just popped out. So, okay, you need to look at these fears, because your fears are going to tell you where in the underworld you need to look. Now, in the future, you have this Three of Swords covered by the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands, remember I told you, is what's telling you that if you go on this journey, you're going to come out feeling better. You're going to come out feeling more refreshed. You're going to come out feeling more connected to the divine within yourself, is what I'm getting. So, really important that you understand that as you embark on this, there is going to be heartbreak. There is, if you face your fears, and you learn to set even healthier boundaries, there's the potential for loss in all of this exploration. And this is just a reminder that sometimes we have to lose things to make room for the things that are for us. And that's exactly what these two cards are saying. Ace of Cups. In order to have this love, in order to have this love for self, in order to be able to give and receive, in order to be able to be in this spirit of reciprocity and acceptance and gratitude, it's really important for you to let go of these things that were holding you back. And you're going to get there, because you have this Five of Swords in reverse. And the Five of Swords is about mental conflict. But the fact that this is presenting itself in the reverse means that there's an end to this conflict. And there's an end to this conflict because you're going to do the work. Three of Pentacles is about putting in the work. And you're putting in the work to take this journey, to put all of these things to rest. And the next thing that I'm going to do so that we can close out this reading, Capricorn, is I have these Moonology and Moonology Manifestation decks combined, and I have been letting the cards tell me how many each sign gets, because I tried to dictate and that just didn't made me look dumb on camera, because I would get multiple when I said I was going to get two or whatever. So we're just shuffling, and we're letting pop out or fall out or jump out the number, and I'm not questioning it. Some have had 1, some have had 5, so let's see what we have for you, Capricorn. help you deal with the energies that you're experiencing. Keep some perspective. I'm hearing 3. Last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. And last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. All right, so reveal what needs to be seen. Take that journey, plumb the depths. But recognize you don't, it doesn't have to be dark and ugly to go these places. You can take the light with you and shine it on what it is so that it can be healed. And then we have be proud of yourself, because it's scary to take the journey to the underworld, and you're going to do it because you recognize that the time is right. And so, be gentle with yourself. And the last thing that I'm going to pull is a message from the universe. The universe wants to tell you that it loves you, and it's going to do it through these cards. What message of love do you need to focus on in the next 2 weeks? All right, I'm hearing 2 cards. So we have back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to evaluate what you want. Someone else had this card. I think it was Virgo, maybe. And then receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovely from others is a way of showing love. And that's this, I think sometimes you haven't been able to give, or you haven't been able to receive, and that's blocked your ability to have some things in your life. So Capricorn, I hope this helps. I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to working with you again. Thank you.
Laura of Listening with Love Tarot here, and I want to thank you for watching the entire video. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. If you liked the reading and align with my energy, I'd love to have you subscribe. If you're new here, please consider watching my why video for more insight on what to expect. You'll find my information in the description box below about personal readings and special offers. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to working with you again soon.